Now joining me is Jonathan Schanzer, Senior Vice President for Research at the Foundation for Defense of Democracy. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. What more do we know about these latest U.S. strikes and the part that they're playing in this bigger campaign, the ongoing campaign right now?
Well, we continue to see attacks by the U.S. They are clearly trying to weaken the Houthis in their base in Sana'a and in other places along the coast as well in northern Yemen, the area that is under Houthi control. I think really, though, there is a question of strategy, and I think it may be just a bit too little too late for the Biden administration. They just have about 3 weeks left in order to try to erode the strength of the Houthis before their exit. We know that there will be a significant shift in policy when the Trump administration comes in. If you'll recall, it was the Trump administration that put the Houthis on the terror list on its way out. The Biden administration undid that listing just a few days later. It's become something of a partisan wedge issue, and I think that we are counting down now to the days where there will be a tougher policy. It would be obviously good news to see the Biden administration weaken the Houthis significantly before their exit, but the track record of the last year has not exactly been a strong one. The Houthis have been able to terrorize the Red Sea corridor. They've been able to stop maritime shipping. They've been harassing American ships. And on top of that, of course, sending ballistic missiles at an alarming rate into Israel. So it's about time that something's done. The question is whether these 3 weeks will be sufficient.
Right. So in just 3 weeks, as you mentioned, we have the new Trump administration coming in. What can we expect to see from the U.S. in regards to the Houthis under him?
Well, I think it's a good question. First, I think you're going to see the administrative action taken of relisting the Houthis, putting them on that terror list. I think that's going to be, sort of the easiest no-brainer. I think there needs to be some questions asked, for example, about the external headquarters of the Houthis, which is based in Oman. Oman is, of course, an American ally, and we should be asking ourselves why they are continuing to host the Houthis when the Houthis should be ostracized, they should be alienated, they should be isolated on the world stage. But I think the real question remains as to whether we will begin to see an uptick in American strikes, perhaps the cobbling together of a stronger, more aggressive international coalition to halt the harassment of ships in the Red Sea. When you speak to folks from the U.S. Navy, they will tell you that they have seen more action in the Red Sea than any ship has seen since World War II. This is a remarkable thing that the Houthis have been able to pull off. We're, of course, talking about an Iranian proxy. Iran's been providing them with the weapons and the training and the cash in order to be able to do this. It is really now up to the U.S. to reverse this, to restore order to the Red Sea, to halt those ballistic missiles from flying over 1,000 miles across the Arabian Peninsula. This is just one of these things that you can't imagine that it's gone on for as long as it has. Right. It is, I think, a black eye for the United States. We have allowed this to take place now for more than a year. That is a remarkable thing to say about American foreign policy. This is not about Israel. This is about ensuring the safe passage of maritime vessels in one of the world's most crucial waterways. And the failure to have done that up until now, I think, is not lost on this incoming Trump administration. I think they're going to try to reverse course.
All right, Jonathan Schanzer, thank you so much for breaking this down for us. We appreciate your input.
Thank you.